latest exhibition was called As We All Play Parts of Tomorrow. It was held at Blackstone Gallery, opened on the 13th of June. In middle of COVID, we had an RSVP, we sent out emails, we had an RSVP list that people sent back, and everyone pretty much adhered to their allocated times. Towards the end it got a little bit more than probably we should have, but people started buying artworks, so it was, who am I to send them away? Yeah, so the response was very, very well received, and it was scheduled to run for roughly 2 weeks, and the gallery pretty much sort of after opening night said, well, we're going to extend this already to roughly for another 2 to 3 weeks. So I think it ended up running for just shy of 5 weeks all up, which was great, and we sold pretty much the majority of the works. I think the extended time gave me a little bit more time to throw in a few more smaller ones, so we threw them in, which took the total of works to 34. We sold, I'm going to guess, I think we've got about 8 to 10 left. So that would be 2/3 maybe. That was actually, it was very exciting, and some big some collectors and some interior designers as well came on board, and since then it's been pretty good. I've had them approach me a few times now and had studio visits from them, and I've got a few works with them at the moment. They're with seeing clients and see how they work in sort of what their clients want. So hopefully that can build some nice relationships there. No, I think the arts have all actually haven't done too bad lately. I mean, we're not well, I shouldn't say all of us, because a lot of us are struggling, but no, there has been a little bit of added interest in art. People are not going out, they've got a little bit more money, so they're sort of looking what they can spend it on, and it seems to be art at the moment, just little bits here and there, just little pieces. They're not out spending thousands, but you buy a nice piece of art because you like it, you like the look of it, you like the feel of it, and you like the joy that it brings, or whatever, what it does to the home. And no point sitting at home staring at blank walls. We want something pretty on it. So I've joined a group show at Mitchell's Makers Creators Gallery. There's me and a few other artists, photographers, sculptors at the moment. We've only got a few pieces in there. I think I've got 9 all up, 6 small sort of A5 size ones and 3 large board ones. A little bit of a change of direction as well. There's more figurative and faces, so they're probably more played on the Nimrod's collection, a little bit more evolved from that.
Really?
The dark spot in my mind. These are they're portraits that I sort of put together. I imagined these people. They're haunting. They're also pretty sad and beautiful as well, in a way. But they're just something that sort of came to me, and I found it quite easy to do, actually, to create these images pretty quickly. I turned them around pretty quickly, these 3. They were the smaller ones I'd had sitting there for quite a while, so I used them, and then I got them framed up. These large ones I did in a week. So they sort of started, there's 3 of them. One is basically just all acrylic on board. They're all on board, but one's just all acrylic, and he's washed out. he started off completely different than how we finished. He was purple and had a hat, which I hated. And then, so I took that off and then sort of washed out the purple and washed out with this sort of tan colour. They're all on a background as well, so that comes through, which is really just adds to it instead of the white background. So they've seen this, and they've got water drips and stuff down them, so that makes it just they make it sort of, they do. Some people have said they are quite scary to look at. Well, their eyes look sad. Their eyes are very black, looking down. And then the other two acrylic and oils and sprays as well, and one seems very haunting. The other one seems very optimistic, I guess. He looks more of I guess he'd look more like a sailor, but the acrylic one, which is so the acrylic one's called the acrylic one's called Nitriced. The one with the beard, which more looks like a sailor, is called Along Came Dudley. And then the last one is Saturday Saviour. Yeah, so I created another playlist for this called These Narrowheads, which is the name of the collection. This one is based on a lot of 90s grunge, Seattle, Screaming Trees, Tad, Alice in Chains, that kind of stuff, Turnstile, Angel Dust, Sea Haven. There's even a band called Narrowhead. And that's where I got the name from. Yeah. The band's called Narrowhead. And what else influences me while I'm painting? Well, actually painting these, funnily enough, were horror movies, which I actually don't like. I hate horror movies, so but I've always had a thing where I think I can write a horror movie or write some dark, twisted fantasies. So I guess that's where these ones come from. But if you ask me to sit down and watch The Shining or even Friday the 13th, I'll not do it.
Really?
So these are at the Makers Creators Gallery on Hunter Street, which is next door to Newey Burger Co. And 2 doors down from Miss Rev's gallery, yes. These will be on display for the rest of the month until September, maybe for the first week of October. It depends on. They change it every month. They're gonna have rotate new artists and photographers and that, new creatives.